Happy Easter. It is Easter Sunday. This here is Backwoods Billy coming to you from the beautiful Delmarva Eastern Shore where it is freaking rainy and a little bit cold. Anyway, today is March 27th, Easter. This is Tall Tales Brewery, which is in Parsonsburg, which is right outside of Ocean City, Maryland, by the Ocean City Casino. So anybody that's going to Ocean City, Maryland, or Virginia Beach, you stop by the casino, check out the brewery tour. Very nice brewery. It has an open area that, what do they call that one thing? And I always think it's sexual when they throw the beanbags. What's that called? Cornhole. Anyway, cornhole tournament. They have like a cornhole thingy bag machines. They have a lot of separate areas with porches where you can go into on the outside deck. Nice inside bars as well as the outside bar, and they also have food. This is their most popular beer and one of my favorites, Redheaded Stepchild. Evil Apples, and then Backdraft is like a hoppier version of this. Now, this is a dark Irish red ale with apples, brewed with real apples. So it has an apple finish to it. It's going to have the roasty characters of a red Irish ale. Now, they're claiming it's 17 IBUs sweeter than expected in the finish due to the fruit. However, you know, they're saying because of the color, that's just bullshit. A lot of dark beers are actually sweet, so I don't even get that. But here we go, pop the top. Nice pop on the top, and they just recently changed the caps a couple months ago. Tall Tales, it used to be red, a different color one, so I like this better. It's better marketing for them. Anybody that wants to make a magnet, a pin, a collage, we up it around the fire pit, which is covered. Our fire pits are covered now due to the rain. But we'll do our pour. The glass I've chosen, this is one of the ones you'll see a pint glass. Some people will do a wine glass, a brandy sniffer. This is traditional, which you're going to see kind of a red served in, this for a pint. As you can see, it pours a very deep, almost Coca-Cola color, more like root beer. That's how dark it is. Now, this is darker than it was this year's version. It's darker than last year and sweeter. However, very nice brewery. You get to have a good time. They do offer tours for free. You can sample the beers, which I already have a insect in there. Right up front, you get the apple smell to it right away. A little bit of the roasted. That's one more spilling. And there we go. A piece of a leaf in there. Got it. You mainly get the apples, some of the roasted grains. You actually feel that it's like a slight toastiness to it. Very little hops at 17 IBUs. So the taste of it up front, you're gonna get the roasted. Really tasted good, and then you get the apple finish to it. And it's very smooth. It smooths it out. Slightly smoky in the smell, like you get the roasted grains to it, but mainly the apple. The taste, you get the roasted smokiness of it, and then instantly the apple smooths it right out, and the finish is clean and smooth. This is their most popular beer. They don't do a lot of advertising. If they did, they'd probably be a lot busier than they are. If you go there, their restaurant is packed. It's slammed. Very nice. Tall Tales, Redheaded Stepchild. So Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up. Now, pairings with this would be anything, since it's sweeter. Any type of dessert would do well with this typically. I would say obviously an apple pie would go well with this. It's apple beer, but you can do very well with this because it's got the roastiness to it with a steak as well. Especially if you do one that you're going to cook with this, marinate with a bourbon or a wine.
What about like a crab dip?
Crab dip would go good with this. Seafood would go good because it's sweeter, so sweet and hot balanced together. And when I say sweeter, it does not have a sickening sweet taste to it. It just finishes very nice. So I would say seafood. Anybody wants to do any type of Chinese that's spicier would do very well. Thai food would do well. Mexican would do well. This is one of the ones we could actually balance this into a steak as well as your desserts, and you could do a salad with this because the IBUs are not too bitter. Now, if it's a very fatty meat, I prefer an IPA with it, but now they have an Excalibur, which is their IPA, and then I like they have a hoppier version of this, which is new, came out last year, backdraft. I get that a lot too. I like that. The Evil Apple, if they're listening to this, Tall Tales, I've actually called. I didn't call about this. The problem with, they use a lot of source stuff from local farms. The problem with doing that is sometimes you get inconsistency. The Evil Apple, if you get it on draft, it's awesome. So if you buy it by the growler there, really good, really good deal. And it's always smooth, consistent. Now when I get it by the bottle, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. That's just personal. I've never had a problem with this or any other beer, just the Evil Apple. It's got a lot of apples in it. So I think if they, utilized a bigger source for apples, it'd be better for them than that. Now, one thing I did call them for, and I'm kind of shocked. We went to Don's, that overpriced seafood place, $75 for dinner for two with freaking beer. And did you even have alcohol? No, that's not even freaking including the tip. The dessert cakes, Smith Island cakes, were what, $13 or $11.75 a piece?
Slice.
Yeah, slice. Now, we didn't have any fancy to eat. We had what, stuffed chicken or something like that?
No, it was like shrimp with chicken.
Okay, yeah, shrimp with chicken. So I mean, it was not what I would call an expense. This place is a place that serves subs and stuff like that. So I figured we'd be out the door $40, $50, no problem. I was kind of shocked at the price tag, but neither here nor there. I don't think it was worth that. It was okay. It was the Don's. It probably better to get there for lunch and do like $10 or $20 deal. But that aside, we were in Virginia. There wasn't much to eat where we were at down there. I ordered this, and they gave me a pitch black beer, right, which is probably their new Sasquatch stout, which it was. And I told their bartender, who told me, and I quote, "They don't know." Then they checked the tap, said, well, this has this, the finally got to the manager who doesn't like beer, which is another thing that kind of blew my mind. Like, how do you manage a restaurant? Even if you don't like it, you should still freaking know. But anyway, I called Redhead Stepchild. How many people did I talk to?
4.
4 people. First of all, the people that work there generally are not that knowledgeable. I will say that right now. That worked there. I was kind of shocked by anybody that works in the brewery is not knowledgeable. We went to a tasting, and they had somebody that was not the owner. The owner did a good job when he was at Cheers, but was at the Wine Rack.
Mm-hmm.
And was I wrong that this lady was A, late, B, didn't do any promotion for it, and C, was unorganized and didn't know anything about their beer? As a matter of fact, recommended a different beer for a stout. They didn't know they even had a stout, which is fine, but you think they have this stout, but I prefer this. I was kind of shocked by that. But anyway, I had called, I figured the owner wanted to know, and I talked to several people, one being a distributor, who blatantly said they probably don't give a shit. To me, that's something, if you have a brewery, and the fact that he went and did a tasting at Cheers, I think he does. I would certainly, as somebody that owned a couple different businesses, anytime there's a problem, I certainly want to know about it, and I would damn side correct it. So if you have a keg that's mislabeled, which have, they're just putting stickers on it, it seems to me that you should correct that problem. The reason they switched the caps, when I spoke to the owners, because of the fact that sometimes they put the wrong color caps on the beer and they have to uncap and recap everything. It's a pain in the ass. I'm just putting that out there. So a little added to the thing. I did kind of find that a little weird that when I called that the people that worked there didn't even know, other than what's dark. This is darker than it was last year, so it is dark. And I've had it since then, but the beer that I had there, was it not darker?
Mm-hmm.
Also had a much bigger head. Now the advantage to Don's was they let
didn't
me
smell anything like it either.
Yeah, it didn't smell anything like it. It didn't taste like it was a stout. I tried to tell them, they let me sample every beer they had on tap. Am I wrong? And which is fine. But my whole thing with that was $75 for, it's kind of like, this is, in my mind, or the restaurant, we equated like going to a sub shop. That's all. Anyway, this is Tall Tales, Redhead Stepchild, Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up. Now 6 packs of this are anywhere between $8 to $10, depending where you get them at a piece. Well worth the money on this.
ABV?
Pardon me?
ABV?
6.2, I already said that. 6.2 ABV, 17 IBUs. So make sure I'm correct on it. It's on here somewhere. Yeah, 6. I drink this a lot. This is probably my favorite red that there is out there. And it's one of my favorite beers. So I was a little shocked when I called them. That was, I know Union has very, all their staff's very knowledgeable. If you go into Heavy Seas, they're knowledgeable. If you go into Flying Dog, they're knowledgeable. I can't speak to too much around here about other breweries, what they are and they aren't, but I know from them that they are. And I know if I'd called one of them, they would have addressed something quickly. But anyway, it's spring! You wouldn't know it by the day, would you? It's amazing. It's Easter, and there's people cutting the grass right now. I'm just a little late for that now. Anyway, some big bird, either a hawk or turkey vulture. Can't tell which. Yeah, maybe a hawk.
ADD or what?
Pardon?
ADD or what?
You me?
Yeah.
Well, I can't help it. I get distracted easily. Anyway, if you get a chance, get you a Backwoods Billy bottle opener. It is camouflaged. And you know what? You just can't find it in the woods if you drop it. But anyway, 2 thumbs up. I rambled. Happy Easter.